Wednesday or Thursday, I was helping somebody at the computer, and then I realized that one of my other coworkers that I used to sit by when I first started working there had moved to that area, because I don't leave my desk much, and I'm in a new part of the building, so I didn't know that she moved. And so she was the one that, when I first started working there, she's very religious, and where we all four used to sit, we would talk about God throughout the day for the first couple of months I was there, until the team got split up and we all went different areas, or some left. But so she's like one of the more spiritual ones there, and she's always she'll ask me to pray for something, and I'll let her know to pray or whatever. And so she says, you need to pray for me, Marvin, because I guess there's some conflict with her and some other people there, and she's feeling like she wanted to leave. And so I told her, yeah, I'd pray for her, and then I went on. And on Friday, I was on my way to work, and there was a program on the radio about a diver who was diving in the ocean, and all of a sudden he noticed that everything was slimy and it was completely black, and he thought he'd been swallowed by a shark. But in fact he'd been swallowed by a whale.
Shark.
And it was dark and black, and he just knew that it was going to be over. And then he saw the light as the mouth opened and the whale spit him back out.
Jonah?
And it was a modern day Jonah story where someone had gotten swallowed by a whale and spat back out. And so I was just pondering that for a minute, and then I kind of thought of the Jonah story and was thinking some things about it, which I'm going to read a little text before I go on. So it says in Jonah 1:17, says, "Now the Lord had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah. And Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights." And then jumping down to 2:10, it says, "And the Lord spake unto the fish, and it vomited out Jonah upon the dry land. And the word of the Lord came to Jonah, and the second time, saying, Arise, go unto Nineveh, that great city, and preach it unto the preaching that I bid thee." And I was kind of thinking about that part of the story, and it hit me that whenever we're facing a difficult time in life, where we feel like we're being swallowed by a whale, we remember that God didn't send the whale to destroy Jonah, but to preserve him and get him back on the track, on the route where he's supposed to be. And I thought, and then the thought came to me, I should go tell Portia that thought that came to my mind, because she was going through that struggle. So she wasn't there that day, she was off. But on Monday or Tuesday she came through, and I was able to share it with her, and she thanked me for sharing that for her. And she said she was going to apply for another position there that would help her, so she wouldn't be under certain people, that she would be in over another area. And so it was neat to how God led that experience, where I heard a problem. There was a little a Bible nugget that made me think of this thought, and then I was impressed to share it with her, and I was able to make her day by sharing that thought. So if there's a whale in our life, we shouldn't be fearful, but thank God that He is helping us to get back where He wants us to be. And the whale is there to deliver us, not to devour us. So that's my thought.
Did she get the job?
I don't know. She said she was gonna. I think she had an interview maybe in a week or so.
What's her name?
Portia.
Portia?
Yeah.
So you already said the memory verse of that, Daddy?
Yeah, I read my text.
Okay.